Boys, girls, and MBs, how's it going? The world's pretty shit right now for obvious reasons. There's a lot of terrible shit happening in Minneapolis. By terrible shit, I mean this man right here, Alex Preddy, got murdered by ICE agents. As everyone's been talking about, as everybody knows about, it's been a fucking chaotic time in this terrible country that we call America. And in the process of this, it's really crazy to see the reactions to this stuff online. I mean, we've got Kristi Noem, who's obviously so fucking dumb, just backing this right up. We're going to get into that. You also have, over here, you've got Greg Bovino backing this shit up. Another terrible person. It's fucking insane when you see a clip at... You don't even need to see multiple angles in this one. You don't need to see multiple angles in any of them, quite frankly. This one, people are like... There's still a couple people out there that are like, like floating around with this one. And it's crazy that I can just watch with my own human eyes one time of one angle and go, no, that's wrong. Like, that's bad. That's fucked up. That I can make that distinction between right and wrong. And I'm not even that brilliant of a person, and I can do that. You know what I mean? It's crazy that people don't have that. I don't know how we've lost the ability to distinguish between right and wrong. I also wanted to talk about this. I saw this Pritzker clip. There was something in this that rubbed me a weird way I want to talk about. There's also, I want to talk about this because there has been, and also first and foremost, a lot of you probably are clicking because you heard me talk about the H3 thing. I'll show you a quick glance of that real fast, and then we'll get back to what I'm about to say. But I saw this clip of Rich Lux, who, whenever people tie a clip to a quote like this, I always, for some reason, it feels like they're trying to dunk on them. And I feel like Rich is against this. Rich, I think, is going to be on H3 podcast. Yeah, fucking horrible. I don't know if that was a joke or what, but I saw shit on Twitter the other day. But yeah, he put this trying to say what Charlie said was wrong. We'll get into Charlie Moist Critical's video. He made a very, very good normie style video on this. So we'll get into that. But yeah, I saw the replies from people that watch Rich Lux are also H3 fans. That's why I say this. There's like few and far between that are not H3 fans that watch Rich. But yeah, there was a lot of weird replies in here. People that are against what Charlie had to say on it, which I have pretty much zero issue with Charlie's video. It's perfect. I think he did a great video. So we'll get into that. I started thinking about this. I was going to talk about the Roach's decision or what the Roach meter is looking like on this, but I don't even know if that's worth wasting any time on because there's this clip from literally the other day where Asmongold very clearly said this.
You openly admitted you never do research or read articles outside of Twitter. How can you shamelessly tell others to read more? I don't need to understand whatever article you want me to read. All I need to understand is human psychology and incentives. And incentives and human psychology are the deciding factors of how people will behave. I don't need to read your little special book or your Wikipedia article or anything else besides that. None of that stuff matters. What matters fundamentally is...
So, I don't even need to continue this video. And maybe I will because there's going to inevitably be some roaches in the comments. So maybe I will for the roaches.
How do people act? How do people think? And how do people respond to incentives? If you can understand that, then nothing else matters. It's pretty simple.
It's pretty simple. Yeah, based. Common sense. Yeah. But yeah, the fact that he said that tells me that it's not even, it almost feels like it's just like it's not worth wasting any time hearing Asmongold's opinions. I don't even listen to the fucking guy, but to like listen to this and clap back at what he's saying is like a waste of time pretty much. and I'm already wasting too much time talking about him, because his shit, he very openly tells you what he's saying is a lie. And then maybe I'm gonna get into this shit right here. I saw we have a response from the president on this. Our quote unquote peace president, who's been so peaceful. By the way, tinfoil hat theory coming from me. I know, politic here today, baby. Politic here. We're gonna crack one open to that. All right. Oh, look at that pop. Woo. Spilling. Yeah, our fucking peace president, I say that in quotes. By the way, solidarity, baby. We're wearing all black. If you're not wearing all black while watching my stream, you better change your shit. I wore all black today, only to realize that I unironically was doing that. But fuck, man. I have a tinfoil hat theory. Ready for this one? My tinfoil hat theory is that all of what's happening with ICE and them literally killing people at point blank, who are just innocent civilians, a lot of this, I'm not saying the exact instances, but I'm saying the disruption and chaos that has unfolded, rightfully so, as a result of all of this, is a distraction from the Epstein file stuff. That's my tinfoil hat theory, and I've shared this with some of my friends in public recently, and they seem to think I'm right on this, but I have trouble when, like, my immediate circles are always like, you're right, because I feel like they're saying it because, they're your friend. But I don't know. That's why I'm sharing that on the internet. Because hey, if you look at the media, I don't really see people talking about Epstein files anymore, at least in broad daylight. It's made a shift in the news, and now I hope they at least come back to the Epstein files, because fuck, that's still something this administration needs to do, go through those files. And Trump's taking every measure to get rid to, hide that shit, right? And our so-called peace president, he's responding to this shit, and it's so bad, dude. It's so fucking bad. There was something else he said this morning where he made it all about himself, which was classic. That was to be heard. But also too, I don't know if you guys saw this. Legal Eagle made a very emotional video on this. Legal Eagle basically is crying through this video. Rightfully so. This shit's really sad, man. Here's what I was gonna. Okay, I guess we'll start here. We'll start with
and give more details on the story.
Kristi Noem. We love Kristi Noem. She's a queen, guys. We love her. I'm just kidding. We fucking hate Kristi Noem. She's a piece of shit, horrible human being. This video has 301 dislikes. Awesome. All right, I contributed. I was 301. All right, let's watch this shit. This shit, I literally fucking hit my granite table today. I was just like, fuck, after I watched this, because it's this really upset me. This is after, I guess maybe I'll show, okay, I wasn't going to do this, but maybe I'll just show the clip first, so that people don't, okay, here. This is literally the clip. Okay, so what he did, first off, he was going there to save a woman from getting attacked, and in the process of saving a woman, he was the ICE agent. One of their arguments for shooting him is that he had a gun on him, And this dude had like concealed carry. He had his like license and all that. This dude was a if we go back to that original article and you look right here, this dude was Alex Preddy was a 37-year-old intensive care nurse. He's been described as an avid outdoorsman, loved mountain biking, and understood to have joined protests after Renee Good. Also was 37, shot dead by immigration customs enforcement agent in her car earlier this month. Conflicting with accounts have been emerged moments leading up to his death. So yeah, I mean he was a good dude, law-abiding citizen, normal dude, but you know, ICE had to take this matter into their own hands. Here's what they did. Dude, they fired like a metric ton of rounds into him. Do you know how sickening that is? Like, all for the crime of trying to save a woman. And, of course, we have the lovely DHS trying to defend this. At every measurable corner they possibly can, they will find a reason to defend this. Because at the end of the day, look, ICE agents should not be out here just shooting citizens in broad daylight. They should not be using their weapons. Like, it's really, really fucked up. That ICE agents need to go away, dude. Fuck ICE. Get ICE out of fucking everywhere. No ICE, dude. I am as anti-fucking ICE as it gets. And look, I see ICE all the time, man. I don't even know if I should say it, but I'm like in an area where I regularly see them too. It's really fucked. All right, here we go.
But before I take any questions and give more details on the storm and its impact, I do want to address the tragic situation that we saw in Minneapolis today that unfolded on the streets. It occurred with DHS law enforcement as they carried out their lawful duties to keep Americans safe in the threat of criminal...
To keep them... Okay, just lying straight to your face right there. She's like, law... How could you just lie? Is lying OP? Is that where we're at in this country today? I think lying is OP. That's the new... Well, it's not the new meta. That's been the meta. But these people are they're lying straight to your fucking face. Look at this. She's like, huh? Let's play that back.
In Minneapolis today that unfolded on the streets. It occurred with DHS law enforcement as they carried out their lawful duties.
Lawful duties. Okay, number one, not lawful.
To keep Americans safe.
To keep Americans safe, you did the opposite. You killed an American. I don't think killing an American is keeping him safe. I mean, maybe if you're like some crazy psychopath like Kristi Noem, then maybe that is the definition of safe. Maybe we need to do like a quick little like define safe. Maybe Kristi Noem needs to do this. Define safe. All right, Kristi Noem, we're doing this for you. All right. Protected from or not exposed to danger or risk. Huh. Took me 2 seconds to look up the word safe, but yet she's using it in the wrong way here. Huh.
In the threat of criminal illegal aliens in this country. At 9:05 a.m.
It's going to be hard to not keep pausing this. Fuck. But another part of this too is this whole like, and I actually have a good video to explain what I'm about to say here, because, and it's actually like a pretty good video that I think is good for normies and the like to watch. One of my friends sent to me this morning and was like, the normies need to see this video, but they're not even doing their job at all, like not in the slightest. And it's crazy because they keep saying the illegal aliens, like that's their biggest thing. Get the illegal aliens. And it's like, dude, these people are harmless people, man. Look at this. Here, I'm gonna play this. Look, this is a good like normie video.
What's up? I'm Phil, and I am an ICE agent.
Phrases to look out for. Hola, ¿cómo estás? I am a U.S. citizen.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy job, actually. We were told that no rules apply to us. It's pretty sick.
All right, fellas. Anything in this region that's up for grabs?
What if we can't tell?
Well, then grab them anyway.
Yeah, see, that's exactly what I was talking about right there. Where they're just grabbing people. They're just making assumptions on who they think. And another key element of all of this that I find, and it's a weird line to toe here, right? Not on this exact matter right now what I'm talking about. This is a totally separate conversation. But the line that's weird to toe is, while I want to be the person that is like, oh, well, now people are speaking up, and why does it take like two white people for other white people to speak up on this, or for like the normies to start talking about it, or, you know, while I want to be that person, and I saw a comment on Instagram this morning that was like, welcome to the black existence on Instagram, and it was like the most heavily upvoted comment in the sea of 20,000 comments. And I think it was a very real thing of that person to say, and I really understood that. And that's not something that I just learned by any means. Like, I've heard metric tons of stories from my friends like that, of horrific crimes they've seen in broad daylight by police, agents, and the like, in their own backyards, as a matter of fact. And it really, you know, and that's kind of what I'm talking about when I say, like, tone the line, is like, while it's a good entry, while it's like serving as a broader movement for the normies to be getting involved in this, I don't know. I think it's because, like, someone like myself is very online, and people that are watching me right now, we're also online. And so you almost like can't go online and not consume this stuff, right? Like, it's almost just there. Like, we're all on Twitter. We all go onto Google, and it's going to be right there. It's just, you can't miss it. But I literally have very heteronormative friends in real life that they literally check their phone like 5 or 6 times a day, and it's to read a text or to pick up their phone. They don't even literally go on like any social media at all. They don't even post on it. And so they're going to be void of seeing it until it's on their TV screen, right? And the only thing they have left is like, oh, wait, that looked kind of bad. Like, that looked a little worse than the thing that I saw yesterday or something, right? Where it's like, at a quick glance, it's like, boom, oh my God, that's wrong. And with the other thing, with some of the other things that happen in our world, they don't really have like an immediate, I guess, distinction. So maybe that's the difference. And I'm open to hearing people's opinions on this one, but I guess all of what I'm trying to say here is, like, I want to allow room for the normies and maybe potentially a couple of their other friends to speak more broadly on this, because I think it's creating a bigger movement. So I don't always want to be the one that's criticizing, because maybe things like this will be their like point of radicalization, or this is like their point of, all right, this is kind of fucked up. I need to get more involved. I need to door knock. I need to, whatever it might be, they might flip a switch in their head. And I think that's better, because then it creates a bigger movement behind getting ICE the fuck out of the country. And it helps. The more, the better, right? So, yeah, all to say, I'm going to be at a nearby ICE facility at least once a week. Fuck yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, I actually think I'm going to start getting more involved. I found something that I can get involved with every Friday, and I think I'm going to do that now. I also, I live near an ICE detention facility. So I see them. I see those bastards all the damn time in their ICE frickin' trucks. They're black ICE trucks. I'm glad you're going there to heckle. It's we gotta stay strong during these times, and it's you know, it is really interesting. Like, I get real rude and personal. Fuck yeah, you gotta stand in those freaking idiots' faces. Those people they're not even people. They're like subhuman. That have the wrong ideas 24/7 in their mind. And it's, you know, the whole thing of it is like, what, okay, so if I am on the like real, like, if I'm being like not woke or whatever, by not criticizing these people for not, you know, for just now getting involved, then I don't know where is that. I could see that being another liberal position on this matter. So I hope that's not like an argument or a point of contention for people. I think this is like a time that maybe if your parents or something that might have another political opinion as you, this might be a good time to talk to your parents about it, right? And maybe even you have some relatives that might be also like maybe Fox Newsers. And you know, you're liberal and your parent and your relative is a Fox Newser, but maybe they see this now and they're kind of like, oh, and maybe not. Maybe they're still, you know, believing Kristi Noem here, on this matter. But now's the time to, like, you know, that friend of yours that doesn't really check their phone, or that friend of yours that is, you know, pretty removed from the news. Now's the time to, you know, get them involved. Bring them with you. Get them, you know, involved in any corner you can to fight against this. Because, dude, we've been saying this administration's fucked up from the jump, and it's crazy that it takes something like this for even some people that were voting for Trump to turn around and go, oh, this is what he's doing. This is fucked up. And a lot of those voters don't have the ability to see that this could be them. They don't have that in them. It's fucked up, but it's the common theme across the board. They don't have that ability to go, this could be me one day, right? Nobody's safe. Nobody's safe. I repeat, nobody's fucking safe, okay? Let's continue this video and get back to Kristi Noem's bitch ass.
Sir, yes, sir! I am somewhat of a family man. This is my wife, actually. Come here.
This is my husband. He serves our country, and I serve my husband.
Go, 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 go. Any other questions?
Where are you deporting people to?
Where do you say you're from again?
Dude, ICE is also deporting fucking children. ICE is literally capturing children. Look at this. Where was it? It was that preschooler that was taken. Look at this. A preschooler was taken by ICE. This little kid, dude. How fucked up is that? Like, that is where we're at as a society. Children. Fucking children. If you don't think that's crazy, and then I don't even want anything to do with you, because at the end of the day, man, I deep down inside of me, I have this weird belief that for whatever reason, there's people online that are just online to troll and get reactions out of people, and they want to upset people like myself. So they just go on the internet and they go, oh yeah, Trump's the GOAT, or they say, yup, ICE is awesome, or whatever, and say the most blatantly horrid shit, or like, oh yeah, that guy deserved it, or whatever, just to upset people. And I like, a part of me wants to shut that belief down and be like, no, this is actually people. This is like literally what they think. And it, like, I almost, when I think about that, it makes me think that, like, I have to be on, like, the worst combination of drugs that's ever been offered. Who cares if H3 fans are defending ICE? Ethan isn't? No, I do care. Wait, what are you saying here? Who cares if H3 fans are defending ICE? Ethan isn't. Okay, so wait. Let me ask you a question. Brendan. Okay. So if where does that logic come from? It has nothing to do with H3. It does because you clicked on this to watch. You clicked to watch, so it fucking worked. Dude, H3, the reason it has to do with H3, I already talked about earlier in the stream. You can scroll back if you want to hear what that has to do with H3, okay? Oh, let's see. Justin said something here. Hold on. What'd Justin say? My mom's a Fox News watcher. She got a little emotional when I explained to her that I'm going to protest. Anything happens, they'll call me a terrorist and that it'll be a lie. Oh, my God. And that's like hook and sinker of what Fox News... That's hook and sinker of what Fox News has told their audience. I mean, verbatim. They love the word terrorist on Fox News. That's like, they love the word terrorist as much as I use the word the. It's crazy. Thanks for proving my point. You're just clickbaiting. Okay, did I commit the ultimate crime of clickbaiting? Okay, I'm not only clickbaiting, but it is quite literally H3 fans that I'm going to talk about. I'm going to get to that. So if you hang out and watch this stream, maybe you will quickly come to understand of what I'm talking about. And maybe by the end of the stream, if you're charitable, you might arrive at a better position by the time this stream's over. As Justin correctly pointed out, he's fostered a community of hateful little fascists, is what it indicates. Yeah. And that's the thing, too. It's like most of the H3 fans that are on the right side of what's happening in our country today have left H3, myself included. I've totally stopped watching. I cannot bear to watch a fucking episode of that shit. It's a nightmare. Even their own crew left. Fuck. There's only like 2 people on the OG team of H3 that is left. Olivia even left recently. Like, people are getting the fuck out. Their own team doesn't even like them anymore. That's how bad H3 is getting. But enough of that. Enough of that shit. We need to get back to this video.
Again? We're getting a little bit of guff recently. Not really sure why. Mostly because I can't read. We were given one of these.
Oh, sorry. I didn't. Hang on. That was the other thing I was going to ask you. Sorry, I meant to pull it up on the screen. Your question. I didn't finish my sentence. Okay, over here you said, who cares if H3 fans are defending ICE? Okay, I was going to ask you, let's say, like, let's say, you like, someone that, like, one of your close friends got killed, right? All right, now, what if I said, who cares if everyone in your neighborhood is defending the person that killed him, right? Wouldn't you feel some kind of way about that? You'd be like, and I was like, oh well, your dad isn't, but everyone else is defending the police, so you should defend the police. Like, don't you think you'd feel some kind of way if I said that to you? You'd feel a little offended, wouldn't you? You'd feel a little, and I'm not saying I feel offended by your comment. I'm saying you'd feel a little weird about that, wouldn't you? People quit jobs. Yeah, they quit jobs because when they find out their boss is a fucking Zionist. All right, enough of that. All right, I'm done entertaining fucking stupid. But maybe if you hang out by the end of stream, maybe you will come to a better point of understanding, all right?
The only thing we were told about it was to not point it at anyone's face, to only use it when their back is turned to us. Oh, sorry.
What are we afraid of?
Nothing!
Lesbians?
Oh. Actually, yeah.
Lesbians, yeah.
The signing bonus was pretty nice. I finally was able to afford a garden.
Dude, this shit is like, it's crazy. This video is so accurate. It's like, you almost want to, like, be like, haha, but it's like, no. This is like, almost like verbatim how this shit goes. Quite precisely.
My coworker did take him the next day, but I will find another guy. That's okay.
Got it. What's your name, by the way?
Nimesh?
Yeah. Oh god, I just realized I fucking. Oh god, I fucking hate this shit. I just realized. Okay. All right. The other video, I just realized that video is continuing on way too long, longer than I wanted it to. All right, back to Kristi Noem. Let's talk about what Kristi Noem had to say, this piece of shit.
Central Time, the Department of Homeland Security law enforcement officials and officers were conducting targeted operations in Minneapolis against an illegal alien whose criminal history included domestic assault with intentionally inflicting bodily harm, disorderly conduct, and driving without a valid license. And
dude, I forgot to fucking blast off like I usually do. God damn it. How did I forget? It's because I haven't streamed in a while. I guess there's 9 of you in here. Ethan's against ICE. Okay. At a bare minimum, okay, good. He's against ICE. Just because some people that watch are defending him, has nothing to do with H3. He's not a Zionist. You know that you're a liar. Yep, I am lying. Caught me. Good one. Good one. People that watch should also not defend ICE. By any metric, people... Okay, there's 9... I guess there's 9 people in here. Let me, real quickly, literally forgot to blast off here. Maybe I will... I gotta find the link. Okay, link, copy. All right, I'll continue on the coverage real quickly and blast off in the process. All right, Kristi Noem,
an individual
let's do it.
approached U.S. Border Patrol officers with a 9mm semi-automatic.
He's not a Zionist. This is hilarious. You're the stupid, disingenuous one. Yeah.
Handgun. The officers attempted to disarm this individual, but the armed suspect reacted violently.
The armed sus. I love that line. Oh, it's such fucking cope. And she wrote this shit. She wrote a fucking pile of lies so that she could read her own lies because she can't fucking say it to the camera. Say the lie to the fucking camera if you're that confident in your lie. And she can't even fucking do that. She's not even a good liar. Oh my god. No one should defend ICE. Evidence of his Zionism. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. Why are we doing this?
Fearing for his life and for the lives of his fellow officers around him, an agent fired defensive shots. Medics were on the scene immediately.
Defensive shots. Oh, you piece of shit. Fucking liar. How do you even do this? I don't, like, dude... if I took the worst drugs you could possibly take and, like, smacked my head on the concrete 65 times, I could not get this stupid. Like, this is just, like, stupidity, idiocracy. This is, like, absurd how bad this is.
Deliver medical aid to the subject, but he was pronounced dead at the scene. The suspect also had 2 magazines with ammunition in them that held dozens of rounds.
And these are all, again, remind yourself as you watch this, these are all of her reasons to justify. This is the Department of Homeland Security that is very openly telling you here. They're letting you know that they're lying to you. They're literally just point blank lying to you. And they're letting you know that, hey, this is our justification for why he deserved what happened to him. That's precisely it. There's nothing else to this.
He also had no ID. This looks like a situation where an individual arrived at this scene to inflict maximum damage on individuals and to kill law enforcement. About hundreds of protesters then showed up at the scene. They began to obstruct and to assault law enforcement officers.
To assault law enforcement officers. These people are not even doing that. They're not even enforcing. They're literally not enforcing the law. They're literally just pigs coming out in the streets, grabbing people and fucking killing them in broad daylight. That's it.
We saw objects being thrown at them, including ice and other objects.
Including ice. Oh my god. I feel like I should just watch this and then talk, because every other word out of her mouth is a lie. You have to, like, this is like, it's almost like she wanted to chat GPT and just wrote, can you write me a lie on why I should defend this ICE agent?
And a rampant assault began, and even an HSI officer agent's finger was bitten off. Crowd.
What? Ah! What? Ah! Was bitten off. I cannot. Title is insane. There's no H3. We'll get to it. Chatters, we will. I know the H3 fans have loaded themselves in here. We'll get to that. I know you guys are excited at the prospect of the title. We will get to that, chatters, all right? Hang in there.
Control measures were deployed to bring safety to the public and to law enforcement at the scene. And once again, I want to remind everybody that this situation and this tragedy did not have to happen. Our law enforcement are doing everything that they can to protect the public. We're praying for this deceased loved one's family and friends, but we also recognize that the Minnesota governor and the Minneapolis mayor need to take a long, hard look in the mirror.
What do they need to take a look at in the mirror? What do they need to take a look at in the mirror? Oh my God, it's literally insane, the like mental gymnastics they have to hop through in order to defend this. And they know they're lying.
They need to evaluate their rhetoric, their conversations, and their encouragement of such violence against our citizens and our law enforcement officers. I'll remind you that Governor Walz today in his press conference said that our officers were not even law enforcement, which is a lie.
No, it's not, but okay. Go ahead, copium.
He's called them the Gestapo. He's encouraged residents and citizens and violent rioters to resist. He's doxed their identities, putting themselves and their families' lives in jeopardy. He's refused to turn over murderers to federal law enforcement officers. He's protected illegal criminals and protected them from being brought to justice.
All right, this is all cope. This is nothing to do. This is just like she's looking for reasons to say, yep, what happened is right. It really, truly, at the end of the day, like, to live in a country that I know that people are just lying straight to your face, and the fact that even some conservatives even of the like have the ability to watch that and go, maybe the person that I thought I liked is lying to me because I saw the clip with my own eyes. And I've talked to like a couple normies in my own personal life, and some of them even start out by saying, this is not about politics. When I bring the discussion up to them, they're like, this is not like politics. This is like just the difference of right and wrong in front of my own eyes. And it's crazy because there are people that would otherwise not like entertain these kinds of discussions, right? And it's a wild fucking time. And here you have Greg Bovino, this fucking loser, who's, oh God, this fucking loser. This is what this loser has to say.
Good afternoon. My name is Greg Bovino, Commander at Large for CBP Assets here in Minneapolis. I'd like to take a few moments here before we take questions and before we hear from my colleague, Mr. Marcos Charles, to talk about a subject that I think is very important given the events over the past couple of days. And that topic is the topic of choices. Choices.
Brilliant idea, Greg Bovino. We're going to talk about choices. I wonder what he's going to say about choices. The ICE agent did have the choice to, I don't know, maybe not shoot him. Do we think Greg is going to bring this up?
Now, choosing or making a choice is one of the only true freedoms that any of us really have, is to make a choice.
Freedom. We have
Whether
freedoms,
that's
folks.
the choice to be here today as the media, the choice to go to school, join the military, join law enforcement.
All right. Tell me, do your ABCs for me, brother. A, B, C, like, hello? I love these kind of discussions that are like, we have the ability to be in a room. They got chairs in here. They got a floor. Everybody can sit down. There's lights in here. It's like, thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Enforcement. Making a choice is a freedom that resides within us.
Us.
Now, good choices are...
That resides within us.
important in life, as we all know. And many actions that take place are due to our choices.
God, this guy is so fucking stupid. Hello?
Way.
I'm moving on.
Is a choice, and there are always actions that result from our choices. When you choose,
Okay, so your ICE agent made a choice to kill this person. So I haven't even heard this is what's his justification for this?
to use your 5-year-old child as a shield to evade law enforcement, that is a choice.
Sure, buddy.
That someone makes, and there are actions and consequences that result from that choice. Or when you're
okay, so that's what you're saying is the reason for why you guys abducted a child. Okay. Ugh, God, it's a sickening country that I live in, man. What a fucking... How many more years do I have left in the fucking tank for America before I get the hell out, dude? This country finds ways to disappoint me day after day, and I sit here and I let the clock tick, and I go, when is my time going to come that I actively move out of this godforsaken country? It is just getting worse by the minute. I swear to God, man.
A politician or a community leader. You make a lot of choices there, some very important, wide-ranging, and in-depth choices.
Also, there's 7 of you in here. What's up, chatters? Say hi. Say hi if you're new here.
When, as a politician, if you choose collusion and corruption as a choice, then there are consequences and actions.
Violet, what's up? We got a couple of community members in here. We got Violet. We got Justin. Thought I saw another one earlier. Thanks for hopping in, guys. I'm hopefully going to make more videos this year. Streams might be more of a rarity, maybe a once-a-week thing. We'll see.
They take place because of that. That's one reason the U.S. Border Patrol and ICE are here in Minneapolis by the thousands, is because of those choices. When politicians, community leaders, and some journalists engage in that heated rhetoric we keep talking about.
In that heated rhetoric!
To vilify law enforcement.
The heated rhetoric that he talks about is actually just like normal law that would, otherwise be safety, but he's like, heated rhetoric.
Calling law enforcement names like Gestapo or using the term kidnapping. That is a choice that is made.
He's mad over Gestapo and kidnapping. He's like, no. These are the things that the conservative mind gets upset over. This is insane.
There are actions and consequences that come from those choices. And then when someone chooses to listen to a politician, a so-called journalist, a community leader.
At least, Violet, at least you're not in this godforsaken country. Sometimes people hurt my feelings so I can tell you I'm a good boy instead. He knew why. He needs a little pat. We got to pat him on the head. Oh, poor little boy. He needs a pat. Please, it's a joke. He needs one of these across the head. Knock some sense into that motherfucker. I'm thankful every day. Hope y'all stay safe. Yeah, we're trying. We have to fight against this horrible administration that seemingly is making things worse for everybody day after day, and they're especially targeting brown people in these dark times we're into. So, yep.
That spouted that type of vilification towards law enforcement or anything else. When you
that type of vilification.
Listen to that. That is a choice, and there are consequences and actions there also. I think we saw that yesterday. And those actions and choices can obviously have tragic consequences. Bad outcomes. Outcomes that law enforcement never wants to see. Law enforcement never wants to see. a bad consequence due
Sure.
to a poor.
Sure, buddy. Sure. I love how they just say these things. They know they're lying, and then this is just a bunch of fucking mumbo jumbo here. How could this man talk? He has said nothing. 6 minutes has passed, and he has said nothing. Like, what are you, like, his conversation, I guess, ends here in just a little bit. What is it, 9 minutes? We give him 3 more minutes for this piece of shit.
Or choice. Now,
thank you for that conversation on choice.
Reverberations throughout society. Let's take a look at, go ahead and put that on the screen, please. Yesterday, Border Patrol agents were engaged in a targeted law enforcement effort to apprehend this individual here, Mr. Jose Huerta Chuma. Look at his criminal record.
What did I just finish fucking saying? They love targeting brown people. Yep, they literally... okay. I actually need, like, it's such like a fucked up thing because I don't know who this is. Another thing that I'm like sitting here wary of right now is, and it's like fucked up that I have to do this, but it's like, because it's this guy, Greg Bovino, talking about this, I then have to ask myself, did this guy actually do these things? Or are these things that they're painting him out to be in order to be like, see, criminal, terrorist, bad guy, in order to justify their reasons for putting him on this wanted list, right? And it's fucked up because they do this in broad daylight with How I Showed You Kristi Noem, just straight up lying, giving you reasons for why they had to shoot this guy today, right? And so now it leads me to think, this guy, are these even real things that they've even put on the screen, right?
Domestic assault, intentional infliction of bodily harm, disorderly conduct. He's also got some other...
Because if you don't think twice about that, then what happens is you hear him say this and you go, all right, bad, all right, cool, bad guy. And so now it's like it leaves room for them to now take another dude, also named Jose, who they can say, oh yeah, I did this, and that, and then there's just no room for, I'm at a lack of terms right now. There's no room left for people to then prove themselves innocent in this time. Rather just, yep, boom, grab them, go, and fucking deport them or wherever the fuck they even take them to the detention center. And they have some horrific conditions at these detention centers, mind you. So wherever they take them, it's not good. It's bad. They separate them from their families. It's a horrible time to be alive, dude.
Records there as well. This individual remains at large today. This individual is still roaming the streets today. This is the individual.
Yeah, you know who else is? You know who's still roaming the fucking streets? The guy who killed the fucking Oh my god, dude, this shit upsets me so much. The guy who is still roaming the streets is the same guy who killed Alex Preddy. Like, and what? So now you're gonna stay here and act like you're locked into that? That's the problem that you have going on in your world, Greg Bovino?
On that targeted law enforcement efforts that Border Patrol agents were engaged in yesterday when they were disrupted, assaulted, and prevented from conducting that Title VIII mission by individuals intent on making the choice.
Okay. I feel like I know what he's saying is wrong, but I literally want to look up Title VIII mission. Is that insane of me to want to look that up? What is exactly a Title VIII mission? No, I don't want the fucking AI answer. God, I hate this country so much. AI is everywhere. And I don't even want to look up .gov. Title 8. It'll be less offensive if anything if he said. It'll be less offensive if anything if he said it was in line with the videos we have all seen. Yeah, exactly. But they have no evidence. That's the other thing. They don't show. They don't have evidence of this. I looked up Title 8 mission, and it's like on a .gov website. It's just like aliens and nationality, Department of Homeland Security, general provisions, nationality regulations. Like, this is not. I literally am not seeing anything called a Title 8 mission. Operations missions. Title 42 expulsions began. U.S. Customs Border. I don't even know what the fuck to trust anymore in this god-awful country. See, I feel like that's a bunch of fucking bullshit. Basically, I think what it boils down to, at least from my quick glance at this is probably what they're going after. Like, aliens and nationality. And they're using that to justify what they're doing here. That's my guess at that. If anyone else in chat knows, tell me. All right, let's see what this asshole is going to continue to say.
To riot, to create anarchy, and to be a violent mob. This individual walks the streets today because of those choices made by politicians and those.
Ew, yuck.
Perhaps weaker-minded constituents that chose to follow directions of those politicians. Sad state of affairs. Now, enforcing the law is not a choice. I choose to be a Border Patrol agent. Mr. Marcos Charles chooses to be an ICE agent, but enforcing the law, that's not a choice. That is a duty.
Ew, imagine choosing to be an ICE agent. Dude, I would kill myself before I'd choose to be an ICE agent, straight up.
As we all know, those laws were enacted by Congress, signed by the executive, and upheld most of the time by the judiciary. Those are the laws of our land.
Those of our land.
To enforce those laws, whether that's a Title 8.
This whole meta that he keeps saying, his whole thing, and that's the thing too. They like to pull that line of like, what are they gonna do? They're just showing. See, I feel like I have to look this up too. It's like, what is this?
Picture, not a freeze frame, not a freeze.
They see him brandishing the weapon.
Sure. Many videos out there, many different accounts.
Okay, so is this about Alex?
That you may see, that I may see, that anybody here may see. That, folks, is why we have something called an investigation to take what you're talking about, to take those videos, to take witness statements, to take officer statements.
I'm sorry, sir. It doesn't take an investigation. It takes human eyes and the difference in right and wrong and a little bit of using your brain to tell you exactly what happened.
All those minute details that will paint a true picture, not a freeze frame, not a freeze frame concept, and paint a larger
minute details. So a bunch of lies to paint a bigger picture of what is a lie, so that your fucking horrible Weasley little ICE agent can roam the streets after killing somebody.
Picture of what really happened. That is why we investigate, so we can get to the truth, so there's not speculation. Speculation after 24 hours, you've got a lot of speculation in there. That officer, let's think of what those agents were doing on that scene, making a split-second decision. You've had 24 hours to try and armchair quarterback things.
Yeah, they had a split second to not do that. Also, did you think of that one? All right, I'm sick of this fucking loser. He's making me mad. This guy sucks. Ugh. This guy sucks. Ugh. Get him out of here.
American public has.
Get him out of here. Get him out of here. All right. I wanted to play this video. If I can make it bigger. All right, there we go. I can show it now. All right. I saw this on Instagram today, and it's Pritzker. But let me see if I can. All right. Okay. It's Pritzker, but there's something about the first part of this that just sounded really weird to me. I want to talk about this.
Well, the American public has lost trust in ICE and CBP.
Oh, shoot. God damn it. I didn't fucking play it. All right. Let me play it properly for you guys. Sorry. Give me a second. All right. All right. Right here.
The public has lost trust in ICE and CBP.
The American public has lost trust in ICE. Right there. When did we ever have trust in ICE? Was there a point where people were like, yeah, I think, I mean, maybe he's like leaning into like the Republican conversation, because maybe if you're a Republican hog, then you believe in, then you have trust in ICE as a Republican hog, because that's always been your meta. There was this thing I saw, where did it, oh God, maybe it's in my history. Let's see. I saw this video, even of Hassan. Okay, it was in my history on my other account, of Hassan talking about ICE like 8 years ago or something. Let's see if I can find it again real quick. Let's see. Hassanabi ICE. Let me see if I can find it for you guys. Shit, I might not be able to. Let me see. Let me check my history over here real quick. Hold on. All right, I'll check my history on my other account. I don't even know. I only have 2 YouTubes. I got 2 YouTube channels, so it couldn't have gone too far. I thought it was like right over here somewhere. Oh yeah, here it is. Here it is. Look. This is an old video. Oh, fuck ads. All right.
First they came for the communists, and I did not.
Look at this. ISIS Gestapo 7 years ago.
Is Gestapo, a state-sponsored law enforcement division created to wreak havoc in our communities, separate families, and punish people, well, overwhelmingly people of color, for the crime of wanting to pursue the American dream.
When you commit a crime against this country, enter the country illegally, you should be worried.
ICE terrorizes your neighbors with its indiscriminate exercise of force and has less to do with violent...
See? Old ass Hassan talking about this. It's... Dude... let's see. Let's go back.
Fucking political.
Okay. Let's do this. Let's continue this video.
CBP, because of the constant lies. Greg Bovino, Tricia McLaughlin, Tom Homan, Kristi Noem, right. They come out and say things that we have now proven are false. They accuse people of things, as they did in Chicago, and try to take them to court and criminalize something that they did when it turns out they didn't do it. And indeed, none of those charges have stuck. They've all been dismissed across the board. So trust is lost, and it's why Trump's ICE has to go. We've got to figure out how what we're going to do to replace it with something responsible and with responsible people. Well, the American public has lost trust.
Yeah, exactly. And the rest of that, just that first part of it, I was like, I feel like maybe he trusted ICE at a certain point, and that's why he said that. I don't know. That was the only part that rubbed me wrong. But the next thing I want to talk about here is kind of like the normie meter on this. So one of my friends this morning sent me that video that we watched earlier and was like, you need to show some of your normie friends this. And I was like, okay, good idea. And as I went to send that video to a couple of my normie friends, I checked their stories. And they were actually, like, sharing on a semi-related note. I remember in 2015, 2016, a bunch of my friends, Joe Rogan contributed to the rise of white nationalism. Wait, I'm telling a bunch of my friends Joe Rogan contributed to the rise of white nationalism. than anyone because of who he is platforming. Yeah. People told me you're being over the top, but you were right. Yeah, that's the thing, too. It takes, like, oftentimes with stuff like this, like, even Israel-Palestine, right? I remember when it first happened, and I spoke out against it, right, to people in my personal life that are close with me, and people were like, nah. People still were, like, running the whole, like, you're supporting terrorists. And it was like some of those same people that I've re-litigated the conversation with now are like, oh, okay, I see where you were coming from now. Now I understand. And sometimes it takes things like that for people to want to come around. So it's like, I've been calling it genocide apartheid state for 20 years now. Yeah, good for you. Good for you. See, that's the thing. And I bet you had friends that gave you backlash on that. I think a lot of us did that were on the right side of it from the get-go, right? But yeah, people, the Joe Rogan thing, you know, I think that also, that one's a hard one too. I mean, sometimes you can get people to come around, but sometimes people are just so locked into Joe Rogan. Like, I love him. He's my favorite podcaster, and that's it. I just listen to him. I'm like, okay. But here, look at this. So this is what one of my, like, very heteronormative friends put this on their story this morning, and I was, like, really pleasantly surprised by it. I was like, holy shit, the normies are, like, on board. Check it out.
That was murder. An ICU nurse who worked at the VA, who was legally carrying a firearm that was fucking holstered while he was filming, who is now being painted as a domestic terrorist because he took a gun to a protest. But all these 2A motherfuckers a couple years back were screaming Kyle Rittenhouse's name from the goddamn rooftops. Oh, well, that was different. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's another thing that I forgot to mention earlier is, like, so a lot of the, like, MAGA Republican hog base has been very, like, we love guns. We love guns. And now suddenly, since, like, guns are, you know, they fought for their gun rights and all that, right? And now suddenly guns are bad to them. It's funny to see how, you know, when they pick their moments to say, oh, gun good, gun bad. It's really funny to see how that rolls out, right? Because you guys remember the whole Kyle Rittenhouse thing. They were like, nah, that was chill. And Kyle Rittenhouse, the gun, like, right in broad daylight right there, right? Isn't there that, like, famous image? Kyle, I swear to God, I remember this like it was yesterday. Rittenhouse holding gun. I swear to God. I remember seeing this image like it was yesterday. Boom. Here it is. Boom. Easy. Right above my head. Right there. This one. And so that was good. Back then, I'm not saying I think that. I'm saying that was the Republican meter. Was like, oh yeah, that was chill. But the guy having concealed carry and having the gun in the back of his pocket, not even struck out like that, suddenly that's bad. Really funny to see the Republicans take a stance on that one, all right?
A fucking rifle strapped to his chest. The man who was shot and murdered by ICE was concealed carrying a firearm that he was legally allowed to fucking have. I am now seeing reports that it's even possible that they disarmed him by taking...
Dude, and this video is coming from a fitness guy. You know what I mean? Like, the fact that someone who makes, like, fitness content is like, nah, dog, this ain't it. I gotta talk about it. With a fucking Fallout chair in his garage, you know? Bro, doesn't matter who you're a fan of. Why is everyone so mad at that? I love that people are like... Here's the thing. I can't believe I have to say this. Goddamn, people are so fucking stupid. Oh my God. Okay. Chatters. There's a thing called title. There's a thing called click-through rate. There's a whole thing called clickbait. I'm not saying I'm baiting you guys because I'm going to show you something in a second, but I don't know if you guys understand, like, how the internet works with, like, titles or content creation, but I'm playing the game that you play as a content creator, okay? It's amazing to me that people can click on a title. Like, this goes to show me that people don't watch videos. Like, there's videos that people get mad at me on, and this shows me that people don't watch. They just see a title they don't like and go, rah, 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 and then they run. Like, they just, and gone. It's crazy. Bro, it doesn't matter who you're a fan. At the end of the day, we got our own people, our own opinions. Don't need to connect. ICE is horrible. Own opinions. I'm an H3 fan. Ultimately, we are our own PO. Ethan and his community are just so primed to frame themselves as victims and whine about it. Yeah, they're so ready to do that. They're like, oh, my mommy didn't give me widow chicken nugget. Oh, I need chicken nugget from Streamer. Streamer, can you please throw me chicken nugget in the oven at 450 for 10 minutes, please? My mommy didn't feed me chicken nugget this morning. Well, it's obvious it's clickbait, but there are genuinely people with the mentality of the title. Yeah, I know. It's fucking God, it's so fucking crazy. All right, back to the normie video.
His weapon out of his holster that was at his 6 o'clock, and then they mag dumped the fucking guy. So if you are legally carrying a firearm and they take that off of your person and then utilize that as a justification to put rounds in your fucking back while you were laying face down on the pavement, then it was never about following the law. The Second Amendment doesn't matter anymore, and you're fucked. So where's all the don't tread on me, two-way, gun-toting, boot-licking fucktards?
Dude, the fucking normies are even using terms like bootlicking. The normies are using the word bootlicking. You know what I mean? Like, this is what I'm saying.
Or is it just when it's not on your fucking side? So I'm done playing the middle ground. I'm done making first aid videos that just might help. That can be seen by both sides.
See, this guy was talking about both sides before. And now he's kind of like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't entertain the other side.
So fuck it. Fuck Trump. Fuck ICE.
See that? Do you see the shift? There is a shift that is happening. There's someone who is a both sideser probably went around in public telling people that he's apolitical, or probably said, no, I just I care about both sides. Someone that was once on that side of it now saw this. This was enough for him to go, maybe that's wrong. Maybe I should start to realize and take a second thought about my opinion and think about what's the right side of history, the right side of right and wrong to be on. And he arrived at this position. And that's what it took. That's what it took. An ICE agent shooting an innocent civilian, putting several rounds into him, killing an innocent civilian in broad daylight in front of thousands of people. That's what it took for someone to shift their gears.
We are not mad enough. Yeah, fucking political.
Isn't that crazy? See, even at the beginning of this, he's
that
like...
was murder.
Even he's being like, yeah, this is not political. I've got the other guitar player in my band and moved from being a bit of an apolitical Andy to reading Marx and oh, fuck yeah, dude. That's what you gotta get him on board. You gotta make sure he's seeing this shit too. It might really solidify him. And he might just go from being, reading Marx to being fully on board with this. There's also, I gotta show you guys a couple other things that some of my normie friends have been sharing. Let me see if I can find one of them. I sent a slew of these to one of my friends this morning because I was like, oh my God, my normie friends are let's see. I wonder if I can, let me see if I can somehow show this without showing her name. Okay, here it is. Let me see how I can pull this up. All right. We'll go over to wait, hold on. Let's see. All right, maybe I can show it right here. Look at this. This is one of my normie friends who doesn't doesn't really talk politics ever, is sharing this on her story. Someone who is kind of well, I don't really know what side I'm on, or maybe not even so much not knowing what side they're on, but just not really talking politics ever, right? And now has now arrived at this as a result of this. I feel like the tide is like I'm seeing a shift in broad daylight, right? Also, there was another one. Where'd the other one go? There was another. Oh. This is one of my also, let's see. I wonder if I can screenshot this. Oh, it's an Instagram post that I can just pull up. Okay. Here, I'll just pull it up on Instagram. Let's see. Oh, shit. Look at this. People are taking to the streets of Chicago. God damn, I didn't even know this. What the fuck? Now I'm the illiterate piece of shit. God damn, dog. I was just driving around in the goddamn loop today. What the fuck? How did I not see this? I literally drove up and down the loop today for like a couple hours. What the fuck? I did not even see this. God damn, if this is going on tomorrow, I'm hopping in. Holy hell. I mean, I was also working, but I drove around the loop after work. Jesus Christ. That's crazy. I'm glad to see it, though. Chicago's gone woke Sharia, dude. It's, okay. I'm going to show you, let's see. I think it was on New Yorker Mag. One of my normie friends love that. A lot of them are starting to like that, like, so, what's it called? Like, So Informed. The normies love that. What was this, New Yorker Mag? They love that So Informed page. They all share shit from it. That's like their route. That's like their methodology of politics. But look. This is what one of my normie friends shared on her story today. Want to watch the coverage of politicians encouraging fascism or the politicians doing absolutely nothing to stop it? Like, I know it's just like a little like cartoon or a little fucking meta thing or whatever, but it's like to see a normie go from being like, I don't really think I want to talk about politics on my page, or to be like, I don't really, my friends and I, we talk about our life. We don't really talk about politics. I've once seen my parents watching the news or whatever it might be, to going, I think I want to share this on my story today. I feel like that says a lot about the tide is shifting. And it says a lot about people that are willing to maybe begin to want to take a part in the brutalization and the part of the wrongs that our country is doing us. It's doing everybody a tremendous disservice. And the more people you get behind this shit, the more that we can make improvements and make it a better country for everyone, a more safe, a more respected, a more normal. God, it sucks I even have to say that, a normal country. Fuck, man. And I lived in China as a young one, I came to America as a young kid. Came to America and I thought it was normal. I didn't really get involved in political matter until I was one of those. I was on the fencer, not left or right, but I was like on the fence of like, do I engage in politics? Do I not? Like, and if you would ask me who the president was in 2019, I had no fucking clue. It took, for me, my turning moment was I saw a black man get a knee on his neck, and I was like, yeah, that seems kind of wrong. Like, something seems like really extra fucked up about that. And it was enough for me to go, maybe I should tune into politics in this country to see what the fuck is going on. And, I saw what Derek Chauvin did. I learned of Derek Chauvin's name. And I was like, what the fuck did he just do? And I remember just staring at the screen, like, and that was enough for me to go, all right, I'm gonna see what's happening in this country. And that was my turning around moment, right? And I feel like I use that to say that I think it took myself being a total normie seeing that. And so I'm glad to see normies, you know, using this moment as their moment to think, maybe I got to get involved too. Maybe I got to see what's going on in the country, right? Now, let's see. It's crazy how Democrat politicians aren't even talking about Alex Preddy. They basically conceded, and they're going to allow the feds to cover up the murder and hold no one accountable. Yeah. The worst part is they don't, like, okay, in a world like this, well, not like this, but in my head in this world, what I would imagine would happen is, like, this guy kills somebody wrongfully, and then shortly thereafter I see, like, a mugshot, or I see, like, something that's like, oh, this guy killed somebody, he's now getting the rest of his life in prison, right? No, that's not what happens in this circumstance. In this country, it's like, hell yeah, brother, we did it. Good work. You want one of these too? Hell yeah. And, like, the dude just walks. That's fucking insane. Do you guys want to get to, oh God, the drama heads? I think the drama heads are getting a little anxious, you know? One might say the drama heads are getting anxious. I'm not going to spend any time on the Roach. I was going to talk about the Roach. I decided to not even talk about the Roach. All right. Should we do it? All right. For the drama heads, do the drama heads want a little bite of drama? Shall we do it? There's 11 of you in here. What's up, everybody? How you doing? If you're new here, say hi. Say what's up. Say you're enjoying the stream. Let me know what you're up to. If you're, I don't know. Say hi. All right, let's do this. So, where was I at? Where the fuck was I at? Okay, right here, Rich Lux. So, this is my like tinfoil hat theory, but I think it's right. Whenever people like quote somebody with a video below it, it feels like they're doing that because they're being like, this person's wrong on this or whatever. Like, it feels like they have bad intentions behind it. I need to turn the heater on. I cannot feel my fucking feet. Let me turn the heater on, and I will. My heater's right here. Let me turn that on real fast. Hold on. All right. I need to warm my feet up. I have cold feet. Anyone else get cold feet? I gotta have warm feet if I want to talk about drama. Am I right? I can't believe I'm fucking talking about drama amidst fucking ICE brutalization. Fuck! Alright. Moist Critical. This is coming from Rich Lux, one of H3's biggest bootlickers. Alright. You would catch significantly more... I don't think I say that, but... and pedophiles if you took ICE and brought them to the White House. Alright. Let's see what Charlie said. And he's sharing this. I feel like he's sharing this to be like, see, Charlie's saying the wrong thing. Or there's some malintent behind this, I feel like.
This point that they're trying to beat into the empty minds of a lot of people that are trying so hard to justify it is that the only people being arrested and targeted by ICE are rapists and pedophile illegal aliens. Which is just not the case. There definitely have been rapists and pedophiles that have been snatched up in all of this. And those rapists and pedophiles that have been caught and taken away, that's good. They shouldn't be out there breathing the free air. Great. But that's not all that's happening here. You could also right now march into the White House and arrest everyone in the White House, and you would get a ton of rapists and pedophiles. Why isn't that
true? Two-based. Yes, you literally would. You quite literally would. And this is coming from Charlie, who is otherwise someone that falls on the like normie spectrum, I guess. Charlie he leans a little bit more left than he I think he wants to kind of be perceived as the like center guy, the guy that's kind of like the even playing field out there. But he leans left. Like, Charlie has, at least in videos I've watched, I've seen Charlie defend trans rights. I've seen Charlie hold a lot of, like, different left-leaning opinions. Obviously, he's here speaking out against ICE. I've seen him speak out against injustice plenty of times over. plays it more centrist for the brand. Yeah, they already relocated guys involved out of the state. Jeez.
Happening. If the goal is getting rapists and pedophiles off of American soil, thrown in the slammer, taking them away from society, why is it only just walking through the fucking streets of Minnesota trying to do it? You would get significantly more rapists and pedophiles if you took ICE and brought them to the White House. An administration is actively covering up a massive child sex trafficking operation and letting tons of evil people get away with this, tons of clients. So if the goal is to get this kind of evil out of this country, why would you not start with what is provably...
This has to be Charlie's most, like, left-leaning video, dare I say, right? Not to say this is, like, the mega left. This is, like, oh, man, Charlie's more left than, like, AOC or some shit. Nah, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying in contrast, if you look at his other videos and you put them on a political scale, right, of every one of his videos, this includes even video game videos that he makes or whatever the fuck, this, I feel like, leans the most. Where is there a cold air coming out from under my desk? What the fuck? My feet are so cold right now. The heater's not working yet.
A spot that has so many of them. Also, that belief of like a secret pedophile ring was a very popular one among Trump voters for the longest time. And now that it has been proven beyond a shadow of a doubt to be real, legitimate reality, they are now just ignoring it. They have been proven correct that there was a huge pedophile ring of these powerful politicians, but because some of their favorite politicians are potentially wrapped up in it, they just want to drop it and forget about it.
Yeah. And so this is where the drama comes in, where I guess I say drama because that's, there's chatters that have hopped in here to tell me, hey, I clicked on it because of the title, and they're getting really mad because of the title, right? So for those of you that are mad at the title, I'm addressing what you're talking about now, right now, at the around 1:19, or I don't even know where the fuck it's at in my stream right now. Let's see. What mark am I at? Let's see. It might be like around 1:20, 1:22, somewhere around there. Hour 20 in. All right, here it is. So this is what the commenter is saying here. I get the sentiment, but this just makes him look dumb. This is a commenter of Rich Lux, who, if you know anything about Rich Lux, Rich loves H3, so I imagine his fans either came from H3 or also love H3. I get the sentiment, but this just makes them look dumb. That's not their job. Make a better argument. Fafo, if you interfere with federal agents, don't bring a gun to a peaceful protest. Stay your ass home and let they do their job. What? What are you saying is changing nothing? Yes, it is changing something. It's actually, Charlie's video is actually making a huge impact. I don't know if these people realize this or not, but Charlie's video right here, I'm just going to do a quick refresh. It's at 3.3 million. It's probably going to be at 3.5 by the time I hit refresh.
We're talking about something very serious.
Let's see. Still 3.370 though. Okay. Like the normies are watching this video right here. Look at this. 354 updates. 3 million people saw Charlie talk about ICE agents, right? I think his video is making an impact. There's no way that video's not made. We'll get into that video in a second because you're probably like, what the fuck is in the video, right? We'll get into that. I think one person, he's not wrong. White males, the highest percentage of those who commit crimes, not people of color. It's statistically true. However, it doesn't fit the narrative of who you want to be the bad people. He ate that up. There are more illegal immigrants than there are people in the White House. Yeah, and they're all Democrat. That's why I don't care if illegals are they still need to be deported so they don't vote Democrat. What the fuck? What is going on here? See what I mean? These are people that are watching Rich Lux. This dude reminds me of Vosh. Whole bunch of yapping and empty words. We need to play the Charlie video. I feel like these people just didn't watch the video, right? Like, what? This person, his TDS is crazy. Someone living in the South, an American flag on their Twitter. Interesting. Let's play the Charlie video so you guys can kind of get a feel. Oh yeah, this is what our peace president, quote unquote, said to this matter, to the latest fatal shooting of Alex. And this is what he said: "Where are the local police? Why weren't they allowed to protect ICE officers?" Oh God. The mayor and the governor called them off. It said that many of these police officers were not allowed to do their job. ICE had to protect themselves. This is not an easy thing to do. Oh God, that is scary, dude. What was I gonna expect? Something better out of him? No, absolutely not. But God damn, dude, that's just disgusting. Ugh, this guy stinks. All right, let's play the Charlie video so we can talk about the normie meter a bit. All right, let's do it. This is Charlie Moist Critical. This video should make you very angry. Okay, let me check one more thing before I get into that. I see 3 people left already. They got their. My guess is they've seen that I made a retort to those comments, and then they went, "All right, that's all I needed. See you later." But we're going to get into this and talk about why those comments are wrong, okay?
Serious today. Throughout the video, you're going to see my shirt changes. It's not some kind of like crazy, wacky, magic trick from America's Got Talent or anything. I actually filmed this video earlier this morning when the story first broke. It's the killing of Alex Preddy in Minnesota at the hands of border agents. And
I've a few times, I know I've said Alex, not said Preddy a couple times. I follow someone on Twitter named Alex Press, who's someone that I think thousands and thousands of people know. I've almost said Alex Press 5 times, and that's been my way of stopping myself from saying it, saying Alex. It's Alex Preddy.
I made the video, but I was pretty heated, and I wanted to kind of simmer down and take a break, so I went out before posting it. I just got home. And now even more angles and videos have been released that show beyond a shadow of a doubt that this is a 100% unjustified killing of an American.
See, I like that Charlie even said he didn't even like I said earlier, all you needed to see was one angle of this, and you can immediately tell the difference between right and wrong. You can tell exactly what happened. But I like that he even stated that they showed multiple angles, because there's gonna be people who watch this that might see Charlie talking about this and go, "But dog, you didn't see all the angles." And I wonder what the comments are like in a Charlie Moist Critical video on this, right? When I'm gaslighting, and my opponent is the Department of Homeland Security. They say comply or die. Unless it's the Epstein files, don't tread on me until it's the politicians they worship. His last words, yeah. Again, this is an important thing to remember. These literally were Alex Preddy's last word. He said, "Are you okay?" when he was trying to save a woman, literally, to a bystander that was helping. Political language is designed to make lies sound truthful and murder respectful, given appearance. George Orwell. So the comments so far are pretty chill here. Red's been censoring this story, so he was pushed to be pepper sprayed, beaten, executed. There's no murder charge. Yeah. Okay, so the comments are pretty chill so far. At least the top ones are.
American citizen here, and it seems like the execution stems from them finding out that he had a gun on his person. His Second Amendment rights. In all of the videos that exist, there is not a single moment where he is reaching for the gun, brandishing it, threatening with it, or anything at all, and we have video that shows the entire interaction from start to finish. His name was Alex Preddy, a 37-year-old nurse who worked in the ICU at Minneapolis VA healthcare system, and according to the police chief, he is a U.S. citizen with no prior interactions with law enforcement outside of a couple of traffic tickets, and believed to be a lawful gun owner with a permit to carry. So for him to lose his life being shot multiple times by these agents, all because of him exercising his Second Amendment rights, which again, he wasn't trying to use as an intimidation tactic on the officers or anything like that, when they were beating him on the ground, pistol whipping him on the ground. They happened to see that he had a gun, apparently. He wasn't throwing it at them as like a threat or something, or brandishing it or anything. He simply had it on him, which he was well within his right to do, and he got murdered for it.
And that's what they were trying to say. They were trying to say that he was like brandishing it or using it, right? And I don't think, by the way, we're not going to go through this whole video. It is an 18-minute video after all. I do want to just like show a little bit of it at least, so that people can at least get a flavor of this Charlie Moist critical video. And you guys can watch it on your own accord. But I just wanted to like use it to talk about it as supporting evidence to what I'm saying here.
This is completely unacceptable, and the fucking drones that are somehow like parading around like this is some kind of victory or something is sickening. It should be viewed as treasonous by any real Americans when you see this footage. And they had the gall to say that Alex Preddy was like the instigator, labeling him a domestic terrorist I saw from a couple of places, claiming that he approached these agents with a 9mm. He approached them with a gun looking to start shit. But that is not true. In all of the videos you see, he has a phone in his hands. Not a gun in his hands, he has a phone in his hands. No sane person would ever mistake a phone for a gun. This is blatantly obvious what they're trying to do. And it's something they've been doing a lot recently. Trying to tell you that what you're seeing isn't real. Trust their words, not your eyes. That is completely fucking outrageous. And
you know what's crazy? The craziest part about this too is that I was talking about this with a friend recently. Like when you're really young, when you're very young, as a kid, you're taught to like trust the big guy, trust the powers that are above you or whatever, right? On a real like basic level. And so you kind of carry that throughout your life, and it's really up to you. It's just up to you to then later in your life make that decision for yourself. And you have to have this idea that you were brought into this world with to then take that and go, is that still the case? Is that right? And a lot of people still carry that with them, and they'll use things like religion to justify these sorts of things, right? And that's just one example, but they'll, use racism. They'll use a metric ton of other things in order to justify these behaviors. And it's sickening. It's gross. I fucking hate it. It's awful.
People are willingly doing it. That's the craziest part. There are people that are like, oh, I saw he had his phone, but if they say it was a gun, well, that must have been a gun. I cannot believe we've reached this level of brainwashing. There are so many angles of this, and in every single one of them, you can see he has his phone in his hand, and at no point during this interaction did he ever, pull a gun on them or anything. And in fact, in one of the angles, you can even clearly see that the agents actually took the gun from him prior to him being shot. You can actually see what looks to be one of the agents disarming him, taking the gun out of its holster and running away with the gun prior to him being shot.
And, at a bare, they shouldn't have even fucked with him to begin with. He can still carry. But even at a bare basic level, if you want to be like someone with a crazy opinion on this or something, at a bare minimum, you could even just say oh yeah, they could have taken his gun away or whatever, and that's it, and everything would have been okay. He had concealed carry. He had every right to have that. But if you wanted to pull a crazy argument, you could attempt to pull that one, I suppose. If you wanted to pull a wacky argument.
If that wasn't definitive, there is something even more clear that I think is completely irrefutable for anyone that's actually looking. An agent takes Alex's gun out of its holster in front of the agent that pulls out his...
Did Charlie make a video when the was there a Penguinzo video for Renee Good? Did he make a Renee Good video? Let's see. Was it this?
Like in a video or in general? Because that shit is horrible. I still can't believe that anyone thinks that that was defensible action from ICE. But as for a video, I'm not sure yet. I was gonna do like a bigger one, but I just haven't yet. Of course, Charlie is a lib. It is incredible how someone can watch a video and depending on like their political brain, they'll see two different things. An ICE agent putting himself in front of a vehicle, and then when the vehicle starts moving, putting himself in front of the vehicle, like the least smart thing ever. That is like the anti-protocol. And when the vehicle moves and turns to the right, just immediately starts blasting, then it's like, yep, justified. I don't know how anyone watches that and think that that's fine in a sane society.
Okay, so he did talk about this one a little bit lightly. He didn't make like a big video, I think, is what he said there. But he's really like it is interesting to see how someone like Charlie really leaned into this most recent case. And I guess it shows the tides are shifting.
His gun and shoots him. So he can see the gun has been taken out of the holster. And it is clear Alex Preddy has both hands on the ground. He does not have a gun.
Also, hey, if anyone's new here, I know there's new chatters in here hanging out. If you're cool, you're enjoying what you're seeing, you want to hear about more internet news and drama and things of that nature, be sure to hit that subscribe button, because every subscriber on this channel, people that are community members here, knows that I send free cookies to everybody who subscribes. That's a joke. I don't. I was trying to think of that line that's on Mr. Beast's channel. Isn't that like a thing? You like hit the subscribe button on his channel and it's like, subscribe for free cookies. Right?
And an agent reaches in and takes it out of the holster right before another agent pulls out his firearm and shoots him in the back. Just in case you somehow missed it, look.
Dude, that's so fucking... Like, this. What the fuck?
Just in case you somehow missed it, look. The agent in gray has his hand on Alex's weapon, which is still holstered. It was never unholstered. This agent takes it out of its holster before he runs away with it, and the officer right next to him is the one that pulls out his gun and shoots him. And now I want to show you the clearest video that shows everything that happened here and how it doesn't go how the authorities are saying that it did.
Dude never even reached for it. Yeah. Exactly.
That was Alex Preddy you saw walk by the camera right there. He has his phone in his hand, and then with his other hand, his open hand, no gun in it, is waving cars through. There is clearly no brandishing of a firearm here. He is not approaching agents with a gun or anything like that, and you will never see...
Yeah, and it's crazy, because like I said earlier, that's a great look on Charlie's face. It's funny, because like I said earlier, it's crazy to see the hypocrisy of the hogs. At least some of the hogs in this situation where, you know, the situation with Kyle Rittenhouse was, you know, that was cool and that was acceptable to them. But this guy with concealed carry, not even having his gun out, not even out in broad daylight, you know, suddenly that's a no-no. That's a bridge too far. It's really funny to see the, you know, the hypocrisy
anything
there.
Even remotely close to that happen.
Go. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Dude.
In this section, you can again see Alex Preddy has his phone in his hand, and now he's trying to get some of the civilians away from these fucking worms that are now starting to push them. And then one of them got pepper sprayed, and then he got pepper sprayed as well. And when he gets pepper sprayed, you can see his hand shoots in the air like a student about to try and ask the teacher a question. It is a wide open palm. There's no weapon in that hand, and in his other hand is still the phone. There is no
yeah, exactly.
gun anywhere here. And now this is when he starts getting beaten by the multiple...
Dude, I am wondering if there's any, like, fresh comments of people that are, like, retorting Charlie, you know? Thanks for using a platform for speaking the truth. These bootlicking Trump apologia, okay? America's pretty functional for a third world country. I think that's sarcasm, right? America's becoming more and more like Cyberpunk's Night City. Some real monsters in the comments say, where are the monsters at? It's things like this that'll feel violent over peaceful. You're going to start pissing people off so much when you're going to rise to when multiple of these agents are clapped. No one will feel bad. What? We need Alex. What? This has to be the craziest comment in the Moist Critical section. We need Alex Preddy's phone evidence. They probably got a hold of it, though, and deleted it. Yes. Yes, Doot 7. Excellent commentary there. Thank you. Thank you for your service, commenter. America's so bad right now. Everyone's getting killed. That's kind of what I echoed earlier. Watch America lick boots. This is the content you were born for. More of this? Holy shit. Some of the normies are even like, give me more of this. Holy shit. Glad he finally started talking about this. It's like and they hate being called Nazi when they act like... It's a really tame comment section. God damn. Charlie's influenced the normies.
Officers there.
Yo! Yo! That's not happening here. That is not happening. I will not allow that here. That is, That's a bridge too far for me. I think I'm gonna ban you for that. That's fucking insane. User in timeout. 24-hour timeout for that chatter. No. That chatter came in here and read the comments of one of my community members and then went, nah, Justin, you're crazy. Don't do that. That's fucked up. Unless you want to apologize, I can unclap you if... Let's see if it'll let me. If you want to apologize, okay, I'll do 10 seconds. All right. I've never seen that happen before, and I don't welcome that at all. I gave that chatter a leash to see if they want to apologize real quickly. All right, hello there, 632. If you want to apologize, now's your time. I will let you apologize. Even though he's unfazed, I'm going to let you apologize. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to apologize. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? No apology. All right, fine. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, no, fuck that. I do not allow that here. That's fucked up. That's really bad. I don't like when someone... It's one thing to say something to me, but to say something to someone else in the community is not... That's not cool.
The fuck, people? The fuck is wrong with you? Honestly.
I'm going to stop the video right here because this is when Alex Preddy gets shot to death. This fucking subhuman coward, you can see, pulls out his...
Do you guys remember that video that we were watching earlier of that subhuman? This guy right here. Greg Greg Bovino. He's also like the same guy that's like telling you like you don't need video evidence. He's like very openly sitting here telling people to their face that nah, video evidence, you don't need that shit. But it's like, dude, it's video evidence that we have that literally gives you evidence like this that tells you the difference between right and wrong,
Firearm and shoots him in the back and then shoots him multiple times after as Alex Preddy lies on the ground. You can hear one of the agents says gun, and that's when this brain-dead troglodyte pulls out his firearm and starts shooting into Alex while he was still surrounded by his boys, mind you. This is like the antithesis to all training that agents go through, by the way, to shoot into a suspect while still being surrounded by authorities. You're going to get your own people shot too, by the way, you fucking moron, you unbelievable homunculus. So he immediately starts dumping into Alex because someone said gun. But the gun, from the other angles we can see, had already been taken away from Alex, out of his holster. You can see one of the other agents running away with it. But again, he was never brandishing this firearm. And as an American citizen with Second Amendment rights and a lawful gun owner by all available information, he was allowed to have that gun on his person. It is not grounds to execute a man because you fucking freaked out and panicked because the guy you were beating and pistol whipping with fucking 5 of your friends happened to be armed. He wasn't using it to try and like shoot anyone here or threaten them. They saw the gun and then this guy just freaked out and murdered him. Shot him multiple times. This is indefensible.
Am I insane, or did we ever find out who shot Alex Preddy? Did we ever get the guy's name? Am I slow on this? Am I like out of the... I feel like I Googled this a couple times today and I literally didn't fucking find it. Or that might be the other thing. DHS might just be straight up fucking hiding this. The administration collectively might just be hiding this from us and is not letting us know. Because maybe that's a part of this operation. Don't think it's out there yet. Yeah, classic. Maybe they're gonna fucking continue to hide this. Also, yeah, what was the name of the who shot Renee Good? Did they release that name? Am I slow on that one as well? Or did they not? Maybe they just didn't release that one as well. Is that America right there for me? Or did they release that? Jonathan Ross, is that it? Jonathan Ross, right? Let me search his name real quick. Jonathan Ross. Unpack backgrounds of Jonathan Ross. Okay. So that one's out. Holy shit, dude. I remember they like released his face and there was like a bunch of funky AI shit and stuff. It was getting weird. But Alex, okay. Who shot Alex Preddy? Is this not even like on Twitter or anything? Let me see. Let me just search this on Twitter. Alex Preddy shooter. Let's see if we can find this real quick. If it is, I don't know it, but I could easily be wrong. I think the Renee Good shooters identified via photo, and I saw Chrissy Nome get upset with continuing to use his name. Oh man, yeah, Chrissy Nome, of course, get upset. She's like, no, we don't want to reveal his name. We just want to keep lying. We had a made up name that we were gonna use, but now fuck, the name's out. Fuck, you guys beat us to it. Let's see. Is there not a name on this? It doesn't look like there's a fucking name on this. Oh. This was also... Where did it go? Okay, wait. This was it this? Oh, it was. Okay. This was also another thing. Look at this. This was a wild tweet that I saw. Alex Preddy this person, Sean Strickland, fucking, I don't even know what he is, Jim Bro or something. Aiden Ross follows him. That gives you a good metric of who this person is. Alex Pretty woke up and said, I'm not going to commit a crime today. Oh, wait, I forgot my gun. I'm going to need this. Another CNN, MSNBC, radicalized idiot dies. As millions of Americans support what you're doing. And I feel like this guy even got clapped back. He was helping, look, even one of the, like, hogs that follows him. He was helping a lady get pushed to the ground, never drew his weapon. It was his phone in his hand. They removed the gun from him and then shot him. So he's not allowed to legally carry his gun, but you're okay with... See, that I think this whole gun thing is, like, getting people all confused, too. What is his retort back? His retort on this: if a bunch of people come to burn down my house, I'd love with my home. I'd love with people with AR-15 showed up to protect it. What? And was the shoot clean? No, not really, but you could see why it happened. Yes. The only crime that was committed was from Alex. This guy is fucking insane, dude. Someone said, what crime did he commit? At Grok, will you please explain the crime? I'm gonna kill myself in a video game, dude. Oh my god. Oh my god. People are at Grokking this? People are at Grokking over this? Are you fucking kidding me? There should be a perma ban on at Grok. Oh my god, we're so fucking dumb in this country. Ah! Holy fuck. Alright. Will you please explain to these people what crime he committed? Is it legal to harass an agent by putting a camera inches from his face? You are allowed to film ICE agents. Block traffic? He's acting as though blocking traffic is a much more horrendous crime than the ultimate crime of murdering somebody. Prevent an agent from making... God, this is like... This would even be like a bridge too far for even like Asmongold, dare I say, right? Asmongold's got some like weird hoops he's jumping through right now. But I haven't seen Asmon hit these hoops yet. Prevent an agent from making an arrest. He committed numerous crimes leading up to the shooting. So what did Grok say to this? Based on reports from Waypoint and Wikipedia, Alex Pretty was filming agents and intervened to help a woman push down. The wording, intervened. I corrected Grok the other day on Twitter on something I saw they wrote wrong, which could have been impeding officers. He didn't block traffic per se, but directed it. Videos. Oh my god. So even Grok is... What the fuck? My previous response was a neutral summary. Oh my god, dude. A neutral summary after just saying, which could be seen as impeding on officers. Sure, man. Sure, Grok. From one of the Alex Pretty, ABC Simon shows he was recording agents before being pushed and sprayed. DJS claims he threatened them. Videos contradict accounts. Oh my god. Yes, dude. Perfect timing to ask Grok on this. Jesus fucking Christ, we're so fucked. Alright. I think that's gonna do it. I think that's gonna do it for me. Yeah, there's 7 of you in here. Thank you to everybody who hung out. I think Violet was in here tonight. We had Justin in here. Maybe I'll try to, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I feel about streaming. Maybe I'll be on again next week, or maybe if I'm really feeling it. I know I won't be on today or tomorrow. I have a couple late nights ahead of me. Wednesday I won't be on. A late night Wednesday as well. Maybe potentially Thursday night. Be safe. Thank you. I appreciate it. Be safe in Burger Reich. I know. Justin, hope you're safe too. Going out there and fighting for what's right in this godforsaken country. I'm going to do my best. Stay safe. Yeah, it's a rough, funky times out there. Funky, unsafe, fucked up, disgusting, horrid, horrible, crime-ridden times we're living in these days. I feel like I need to make commentary videos on this channel about some other interesting shit to shift up the gears a little bit. It's important to talk about this stuff, but I think between it all, it's important to share some, I don't know, something else too. You know, I know some of my favorite creators, they talk about depressing topics enough. And sometimes some of this stuff's just background for some of you too. So I also understand that angle of it as well. It's just nice to hear another voice or hear someone that you enjoy talking about a subject. Rather, it doesn't really affect your mental well-being. But I've been at the brute end of being affected by creators I love because they talk about depressing subjects. And then I find myself feeling kind of sad, you know? So I'd hate to impede that on other people, right? So it's a lot going on in my mind with YouTube lately. I also put up a community post. If you guys want to check out the community post, I put up something about my channel and like the state that it's in. I need to focus my efforts more on like small community building than I do thinking broad. I think I need to build out small, then go bigger as time goes on. A lot of the channels that were recommending my videos don't make videos anymore. So it's kind of like, for me, I don't have that recommendation loop anymore. So it's all about making either relevant videos or it's about, it's either making relevant videos or videos that are something that other people that I can make and build from a small community. There you go. That's what I was trying to say. Blah, 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 blah. I can tell my brain's getting fried. I need to sleep. It's like 12:30 here. I need to wake up at 6:30 tomorrow. Do you care if I share your live to leftovers? Do you care if I share your live to r/leftover? Oh, SH3. Yeah. Yeah. I don't care. Go for it. You can do that. I don't mind. Wherever you want to share if you want to share the stream, share it to your friends, share it to your communities, wherever you post about your whereabouts online. Yeah, if there's any topics too, any topics you want to hear me talk about too, feel free to drop them in that community post I put up. Maybe I'll play around with the channel this year. I realize it's a commentary channel. I need to expand my horizons. Okay? So maybe I'll even make more personal videos and shit. Maybe just like rambling on about shit that comes to my mind or whatever. Some more, what's up guys? Today we're going to talk about it's a bunch of mumbo jumbo. Yep. Moist Critical style maybe. I don't know. We'll have some fucking fun, all right? We're going to have some fun this year. Try to do my best. All right. Love you all. Thank you everybody for supporting the channel as always. Hit that subscribe button if you're new here. And I will talk to you later. Adios. Have a good night. Stay safe, everybody. Bye-bye.